Hey, and welcome to the first level of Goldeneye 007. This is Damn. So I've already done a run of this on my channel, a no damage run of the entire game. If you want to check that out, do. But this is going to be a level by level playthrough, and we're also going to look at getting all the cheats on each of the levels. So 00 agent difficulty and cheats, what more could you want? So we're going to pop around this corner here and very carefully take care of the first guard there. I always love the sort of environments in Goldeneye. I kind of like how this feels like a really enclosed, rocky space. This feels really sort of hazardous and cold and cruel. So the first thing we've got to do here is get rid of all these guards around this first tower here. When we go up here, we can actually see there's a sniper rifle in the tower here, and we are definitely going to be taking advantage of this. So the advantage of the sniper rifle is that we can get rid of these guards from a distance. So that's actually really useful for us. But yes, this run's going to be different in the sense that I will not only be completing this on 00 agent difficulty, I will also be doing a run at the end of the video where I get the cheat on each level. So you'll be able to sort of see how that is achieved. Because there are multiple ways to play this game, and you can sort of take your time like we're doing here, or you can speedrun it. This is one of the first games that really pushed speedrunning as a core component. So you can see I'm making use of this sniper rifle here when I'm sort of aiming around here. There we go. We just want to avoid being shot at too much. When I did my no-hit run of this game a few months back, this was one of the areas that was quite difficult because it was very hard to kind of predict where all the enemy fire was going to come from. Oh, I forgot he was there. So yeah, there's a guard behind the boxes here. They will usually try to blow up the boxes if they can. We're going to use the sniper rifle here to smack him in the back of the head. So you can see that the lorry there that was pulling away from us is actually stopped at a security checkpoint there. And what we want to do, we want to let it through by hitting this button here. Now we can't actually get inside the van, but it's nice to just take a quick look around here at the attention to detail. There are some barrels over there. If you were playing this on the N64, that would absolutely tank your frame rate because the smoke effects do that. But yes, you can only have one of these security gates open at a time. And as we enter this courtyard here, this guard will always run. No matter what you do, he'll always run towards the alarm over here. But you can see there's like a little storage facility here. And there's the alarm. We actually need to blow that up on 00 agent difficulty. So you can see there's a guard here. These guard towers are quite useful if you need to take out guards ahead of you. You can see there's nothing really in there to really pay attention to. When we open this door here, there's a bunch of guards standing inside. Now if the alarm gets triggered or if you use a non-silenced weapon, they will actually come running out and attack you, so that's something to keep being mindful of. But what we're going to do here, we're actually going to plant the covert modem, and you can see that's the list of objectives we've got to work through here. Now, rather hilariously in Goldeneye, you can actually fail missions by missing that, so if it doesn't land on the computer screen, you can actually fail, but you can also shoot it off when you've put it down. So it is pretty interesting that you can sabotage yourself if you really want to. But here we are on top of the dam, and you can see this is a massive area. I do like how this is such an imposing kind of area, and having the sniper rifle here means that we can take out the guards on top of the towers here. But yes, this is a huge area, and it's important that we don't kind of lose track of where we're going here, because on 00 agent difficulty, you are kind of expected to explore this area quite a lot. Whereas if you were playing on agent or secret agent, you're not really expected to actually go into the dam itself. Where is he? Wow, he's moving around like he knows I'm going to shoot him. Wow, did he really just do that? So one of the things you've got to be aware of when you're playing Goldeneye is that enemies will generally only shoot you if they have a line of sight on you, a direct line of sight. They won't really shoot you from a great distance unless they've got a sniper rifle. So you can see we can go inside the guard tower there. But one thing about Goldeneye levels that I always really appreciate is the fact that there is a lot of extra areas, and some of these areas have no practical use, but they're there because they flesh out the level and they make the world feel that much bigger. So you can see, for example, down there's a platform that we can go down to, and we are going to go down there in a second when we blow up the alarm there. If we walk down here, you can literally come down here to the pier head and you can actually have a wander around. Now, if you look across the water over here, you'll actually see one of gaming's more sort of famous content, because there's a whole island over there that was originally going to be part of this level. So it's got its own watchtower. There was going to be a mission objective that took you over there and a boat, but they took it out in development at some point, but people have put it back in with the use of hacks and such. But it's interesting that they left it in wholesale so you can at least see it, and it does kind of make this area feel a lot bigger as a result. But then the music in this level is so good as well. Like, the music in this level really kind of gets that atmosphere going. It really makes you feel like you're sort of pumped to go. Now, when you run down this end of the dam, you'll see there's a door here that we can't access. And that's fine, because again, it just kind of makes it feel like this is an area where people are kind of working and, you know, kind of coming in and out of. But as we come inside here, there is one final alarm we need to blow up. You can see we've completed the first objective. The reason I'm using the silenced weapons here is because if you use the machine gun in this area, any guards nearby will come running towards you. So because we're playing on 00 agent difficulty here, we actually have to head down this corridor here, and what this corridor basically is, this serves as kind of the heart of the dam, and there are a bunch of guards down here that we will have to take care of. And you can see as we're running past, we're actually running underneath the towers that we were just walking around. We're going to take care of these guys, excuse me. So in this area you've got to be a bit careful, because if the guards further ahead get alerted to you, which is what's happened here, they will start shooting at you, and it can be quite easy to lose a lot of health, because even though like we can move behind walls and such, the fire does cause a bit of damage on 00 agent difficulty. As you can see, I'm taking my time here. I'm not sort of rushing ahead and trying to take on too much. But we've made it to the other side here, and you can see when we open this door here, it takes us into this computer room here. Now, there are a number of guards in here that we need to get rid of. Now, headshots will be lovely here, but I'll take any kind of shot that takes them down. Excellent. So, in order to complete 00 agent difficulty, you actually have to come into this room, and you have to back up the data here. Now, what's interesting is that the game doesn't really tell you where this is. You have to explore the level to find this area. So, if you don't know where this is, you're going to have to look for quite a while if you want to find your way here. It's also funny how everything blows up. The computer, blows up, the chair blows up, the boxes blow up. That's one of the things with Goldeneye, things like blowing up randomly. But yeah, we're pretty much done with this level here, and I have to say, like, I think this is a very fun opening level. The thing with Goldeneye, like I said, is that the mission structure is quite opaque, so you have to kind of go explore levels, you have to find your own way around, and you have to make sure that you know where you're going before you go looking for the objectives, because sometimes it's just a case of looking around. Like, the game expects you to go looking, and you'll see that as we move through the levels. But we're now going to recreate a scene from the movie here as we jump down, and if you look down as you do this, you'll actually see the little hut that James Bond cuts open in the film. It looks like we're going to smack right into it. But yes, we're going to see James Bond do his famous bungee jump, and that's the end of Damn. I think it's a really fun opening level. It really sets the tone for the game, and I think that the music's great. I think that the atmosphere it sets with the outside is great, and I think it does a good job of sort of introducing a load of the mechanics that are going to be core to the gameplay here. So now what we're going to do, so I'm going to show you how to get each of the cheats on each of these levels, because how Goldeneye works, some of the levels on some of the difficulties have target times, and if you beat those target times you actually get a cheat. And the thing is, some of them are on the easy difficulty, some of them are on the hard difficulty, so it really does add a layer of complexity to the game, because now you have to learn to master these levels. And as you can see here, what I'm doing, I'm racing through the level. We want to make sure we get through the gates there. So the main thing in this one is that we only have to destroy the alarms here. We don't actually have to go and get the computer backed up. So I'm literally not going to bother shooting the guards, because that's just dead time. Instead, what we're going to do, we're just going to race through the level here, and I am going to destroy the 3 alarms. Now remember, when we're doing all this, you've got to be conscious of time. You don't have time to sort of stop and to sort of stop and shoot at enemies. So if you can avoid getting into intense firefights, probably for the best in this mode. But yes, it's not that difficult, this one. So this is on Secret Agent, and because of that we only have to destroy the alarms here and then get out of the level. So what will happen here, a lot of the guards that we've sort of run away from will sort of start showing up here. We just want to move down here as quickly as we can. Do note that when you're kind of doing these, the cutscenes here do actually count the time, so make sure you mash through that. But yes, you can see there, we did it in 1 minute 38, which is actually under a minute of extra time we could have had, but we have got the cheat there for this level, so we can use that if we want to. But yeah, Damn's a really fun level. It's one of my favourite opening levels in any FPS, because I think it sets a really nice tone. It does a good job of displaying the game mechanics, and honestly, I think it's really fun. But let me know what you think. Do you like Damn? Do you hate Damn? And where do you rank it among the all-time great first levels in FPS games?